Welcome back, you guys, or if it's your first time here, thank you so much for checking out Galadon Gaming. We are talking about Clash Royale once again today, and you guys well know there's pretty much no better feeling in the game than a massive positive Elixir trade, and that's kind of what we're talking about today. We're also talking about using a couple of cards in concert to give you just that trade and that great feeling of annihilating large groups of units at once. Now we start out looking at a battle of me level 13 against a level 11, so pretty much an even match, as you guys would probably say. And this is early in the season. I'm working my way back up the trophy ladder. Been reset at 4,000 again. The Executioner, he's still okay. I'm telling you, he is still okay. He's not completely dead. Okay, so right here, the rocket, maybe not the best value, but it did prevent him from getting that giant in there to distract. And then the graveyard, I throw in the skeleton army. I've got to use the log as well to slow his roll. Get it? I guess it was my roll. Anyway, so we stopped that push right there, and we're on our way. Now he throws up a good luck because he is 2 levels below me, and he's probably expecting to lose, except for he probably didn't realize it's Galadon after all. Come on. So anyway, the reason I'm showing this battle is not so much for the dramatic altercation between a 13 and 11, but more the use of the tornado and the rocket together. Now, normally what you're going to see is people using the tornado to pull units away from a tower. Sometimes you'll see them pull them closer to a tower so that they can take that tower and use its damage to take the unit out or whatever else. But we're going to see right here using the tornado to center those units so that we can impact them with sometimes a fireball, but more exciting, a rocket. Much more damage being done, and it's tougher to pull off simply because you've got to get that timing down. And really, that is the fun thing about the rocket, especially when you're using it, say, all the way across the battlefield. There is a lot that goes into getting the timing just right. Now this one, I need to hit both. Yes, I take out the bowler, badly damaged the giant. Would have loved to have grabbed the Executioner in there as well. And now we're dealing with his graveyard one more time. The Executioner getting in there, helping out, and that's not helping me. But he did zap early. We got the Sparky down, and once again, we've stuffed the graveyard push. Dropping a furnace in the back corner, using that to help protect against the next graveyard, because you know it's coming. And now we're just about into overtime, and that is where I'm going to pull off my trick right here. Now, normally you might see the tornado first and then the impact card. This is going to be a little bit different because of the slowness of the rocket. Watch it. Rocket first, then the tornado pulls him in just in the nick of time. Suck that bowler in, and all 3 units just absolutely get annihilated. That's a tough one. Now, I admit that that's kind of playing over my head. Maybe it's a little bit of luck. In any case, throwing the tornado after the rocket was already launched just barely worked out, and I am eventually going to be able to wear my opponent down, throwing in the rocket, one more cheap and dirty log, and I grab the win. Hey, shout out to this guy for making it tough and making it close, being 2 levels below me. But like I said at the beginning of that battle, me 13 versus you 11, it's a pretty even match. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to my free-to-play account. So now we're looking at a couple of level 9s in action, and we're going to try to pull off the almost exact same technique, except for this time we've got the fireball, and we're going to be using the fireball instead of the rocket. Less damage, but it's so much faster that it's going to be easier to do. And this is one I've seen done again and again, and it does work out a little bit better simply because you've got a 4 elixir fireball instead of a 6 elixir rocket, and the speed of the fireball makes it much more difficult to miss. Okay, so we managed to pull his elite barbs off and keep them away from the tower. The ice golem in there is not going to do much. By the time the hog rider gets in there, the zap spell and the hog gets a couple of shots in. Big group coming in. I'm going to go ahead and use my ice golem to pull those guys off, and the mini zap from the ice golem. Gotta love that effect. That is one of my favorite effects. Watching the ice golem pop and take out an entire Sparky at the same time. Alright, so we're under 2 minutes. We haven't pulled the shot yet, but it's going to happen. Here comes the bowler down the left lane. I've got my musketeer already gone to the right, trying to work on that damaged tower. And with my Hog Rider right here, I'm going to put pressure on him so that he can't add to the push on the left-hand side. He's got to deal with the Hog moving in, the wasted skeletons. The Musketeer, though, she's the hero, the heroine, I should say, just annihilating that tower. By the time the Elite Barbs get in there, it's too little too late. But check this one out. Yes, I pull from both lanes, using the Tornado to pull units from the left and the right lane. That worked out pretty well. Now, I didn't use a Fireball there, but nonetheless, I feel like it saved a lot of damage, protected that left lane from the boulder. Now, of course, we did see an Elite Barb kind of smash his face into the right tower. Not such a good thing. But we're still ahead. And again, this is evenly matched, so like you guys would say, I'm at a disadvantage. Okay, we're in double Elixir. I've fireballed his minion, so we can ignore the Mega Minion now. Of course, he switched his push to the right-hand lane because he's got so much damage. He's got 45 seconds to get the last of the hit points off this tower. In comes the bowler, in come the archers as well. So he's starting to stack stuff up. You know it's coming. I've got the cannon down. We're trying to plan ahead. We're ready for this. The Zap is ready, getting the Skarmy out of the way. He's still got the bowler, the archers, now the Elite Barbs. In comes the Ice Golem, trying to pull them off to the left. There is the Tornado, keeping them centered, focused, and the Fireball just about finishes everybody off. The Elite Barbs are easily finished off with a Zap spell, and that was it. Right there, that was his really last big push, and because of the Tornado centering those units and the Fireball wiping them out, no pressure, no chance of getting this tower. Last Insurance Tornado keeps them occupied as time runs out. Alright, so another fun battle, gotta tell you, it's right up there with my top favorite cards. The Tornado is just so much fun. There are so many different things you can do with the Tornado, focusing units, drawing them in, pulling them out. I don't know, I'd like to be able to use it on offense a little more, but okay. Let's move on to the next battle, this time facing a mostly air deck, and again it's on Galadon Gem, the non-legendary card having account. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Let's get into the battle and focus. So I wasn't really sure what to do here. Threw the naked Hog Rider in right away, and he's only going to get one shot. Now, I always call them naked when they go in by themselves. If they have no cover, they're naked. That was a naked Hog Rider. Remember that. Let's use that. Make that trend. Okay. Moving on, Witch and the Balloon down the left-hand side. I've got the cannon to pull the Balloon off. Got the Witch out of the way. Balloon never going to get to the tower. And the crash damage only hurts the Musketeer. Right here, I'm going to let her go by herself, and I'm going to go with a pig push down the right-hand side. Hog Rider is going to successfully scoot that Ice Golem in right up to the tower. There they go. Here comes the Zap. Almost immaculate Zap. Misses just one skeleton, and that's going to let that Hog just about finish off that tower. Wizard going to get some damage on the left-hand side. That was a mistake, letting the Wizard get more damage than I should have there. Finally dropping in the Musketeer, but I am way ahead. Right tower badly damaged. And yes, we've got that Fireball and the Tornado lying in wait. Alright, right here, the cannon goes down, trying to pull that Hog Rider off. The Witch in behind it in support. Tornado delaying them long enough that the Hog Rider gets taken out by the towers. Loving that use of the Tornado to pull it into the center so that your opposite lane tower can help out as well. That is always key. That is something I do have trouble with sometimes, getting cannon placement just right. Speaking of cannon placement, yeah, so we just about lost that tower, but hey, you guys aren't coming here for the pro tips on how to be the top player in the world. Or if you are, I feel bad for you. No, seriously. Sometimes I'll break down some high-level gameplay. Obviously, I like to cast that stuff, especially in my live streams. But we're talking about entertainment value right now, right? Okay. And, come on, Gally can do the pig push here and there. And not... Okay, well, the Zap worked out. Immaculate Zap. Giant Skelly gets there, and I get my tower. So, now I know this left tower is gone. But we do manage to pull the Hog over. That time, that's the correct place to put the cannon. His Balloon is going to be a little bit too late to get in there and help that Hog Rider. Then the Graveyard on the left-hand side. Luckily, we stopped the Balloon. We knew we were going to lose the left tower. That was just going without saying. It's all about protecting the right tower right now. Another cannon pulls the Giant Skelly away from the tower so no bomb crash. One more Giant Skeleton on his way in. He almost gets there. Larry, Jerry, and Harry turn him around, and there it is. The Tornado with a Fireball into the center, pulling units from both lanes, completely clearing it out. Nobody left to threaten me. Time runs out, and we grab the 1-0. Oh. See, this is my problem. This is my problem. I thought this battle was over, and this happens to me like every day. I'll be like, the GG, I got this. Oh, wait. No, this is just a tie. I can't. This is a replay. For crimini's sake, it's a replay, and I can't even figure out what I'm doing here, you guys. So, okay, it's overtime. 30 seconds left. Pushing down the left with the hog. He went big push down the right-hand lane. At the same time, I went hog and musketeer down the left, and that means, yes, I grabbed the 2-1 win. Let's check. Yes, really? Okay, the battle is actually over, Galadon. We can move on to the next one. Okay, now this is what maybe you guys came for. This is the coup de grace, the crème de la crème, the pièce de résistance. Oui, oui, je parle un petit peu de français. Okay, we're getting into this final battle with Galadon from FA Topaz. Yes, one of the full attack sister clans, and what may be one of the biggest positive elixir trades of all time. Now, I realize there are some technicalities here, but I invite you guys to let me know if you've had an elixir trade that looks like this one, and maybe I will put you in a video. Okay, I would love to see some massive elixir trades. Now, I realize that most of them are going to need to involve the 3 musketeers and something else, because right here we're talking about plus 14, you guys. Now, again, don't split hairs. Let's just go with plus 14 and be happy with it, all right? Happens later on in the battle. You can see Galadon. He is battling against Rathusan 05, and things are going pretty well. Both players starting to chip away at those towers. We're down to the final 2 minutes of the battle. His opponent, Golem Balloon deck. This is a pretty tough deck to counter, and I've seen Apex from Full Attack pass 5,000 trophies every single season as a level 12 with the Golem Loon deck. Now, Galadon's rocket right here. Now, he has shown that he's got the rocket, but that was great value, getting the Elixir Collector and the tower damage right there. You can bet that his opponent is definitely going to avoid making that same placement a second time. And there's the tornado, kind of like that, although he did miss some of the minions, so he's going to have to deal with these minions moving in. Princess doing a good job, and the newly buffed Dark Prince gets to the tower along with the minions, and that is not good. Lots of damage racking up on Galadon's left tower. He throws up the well played because he's such a good sport. And now he's got a hole to dig himself out of. Now, he's done some damage on that left tower himself, obviously, but he is clearly behind, and we're just about to get into double elixir. Electro Wizard, he's got him on the ready. He doesn't use him there, lets the Mega Minion go down, and he's waiting. Here comes the Elixir Collector, drops the Zap Wizard in the back behind the tower, chooses not to rocket the Elixir Collector. It's pretty much a straight trade. Instead, he's trying to get damage on that tower. Golem goes down, so Galadon is going to be hurting for certain for Elixir in these final seconds unless he can come up with some sort of massive positive Elixir trade. Here comes the Golem, in comes the Dark Prince as well. You've got a balloon, and get ready, a Mega Minion, all together right here. Check it out, 8543. That is 20 Elixir right there for 1 6 Elixir rocket that is about to land, and boom. There it is, plus 14 Elixir. Please ignore the fact that he used a tornado also. Technically, it's plus 11 Elixir, but it was 14 Elixir right there. So you guys let me know if you can beat 11 to 14 as a positive elixir trade. I would love to include you in a video as well. And now right there, that was pretty much the turning point of this entire battle. Because he cleared out that huge push, now he's able to focus everybody once again. Check it out, no rocket this time, but he slows them down, damages the minions. The Inferno Tower pulls everybody off to the right. Electro Wizard doing a great job there on defense, although he does get shoved to the opposite lane. The splash damage or the crash damage from the balloon caused the Electro Wizard to go other side, but on the left-hand tower, it's the miner and the rocket just about finishing work right here. You can see that tower is not looking good right now. Galadon just needs to rotate around to some other tricky cards, get that miner and the rocket up one more time. Inferno Tower doing a great job. Here comes the miner on his way. He is in the back, and any moment now, it's going to be the miner for the win. One more shot. No, we can't do it. It's the big rocket overkill. Overkill on the tower. Galadon, dirty win, but a win nonetheless. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up the episode. But again, please let me know down in the comments, on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever it is. Send me snail mail or a carrier pigeon and let me know about your positive Elixir trades. Subscribe for daily Clash content. Please have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, all of my Elixir trades are always plus 17.